new week. I'm just here. I already had my iced cortado this morning, but I made a hibiscus tea for right now, for getting on the computer. Wanted something a little warm. I also am like, dare I say, I'm kind of ready for all the fall things. I know, I'm that girl. And when I worked in retail, like we were always a season ahead. So I think that part of me is starting, like it's almost the end of July. So like we would be ready to do the floor for August. And so I'm sorry guys. But I also, like a grandma, was reading this morning Starbucks fall menu and what they're bringing out. And I am so excited for the pecan cortado because I am now a cortado fan. And I don't think I've talked about it on here, but I've had a race weekend that we were at this coffee shop and I had already had a iced Americano that day and we were about to drive. I was gonna drive. And I was like, gosh, I really don't want like that much of a drink because it's already later in the day and I just want a little something. And so I asked the barista, I was like, okay, can you help me figure out, like, can we do like an iced cappuccino or something, like something where the ratios are just a little bit smaller? And she's like, you know what? Let's do an iced cortado, which I know is like doesn't really exist, I guess, because a cortado is hot. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, let's do it. So I had it and it was so good because it also takes me forever to drink my coffee. So an iced cortado, the ice melts and it just becomes an Americano, doesn't it? So anyways, I'm really excited for the pecan cortado. And I was texting two of my good friends that are autumn lovers as well. And I was like, we have to discuss this. And I also saw that Joanna Gaines, Magnolia Home, dropped their fall Target launched their fall Target line, and it's so beautiful. Like this like trend of mini lamps, I have a couple in my house from Target. These mini lamps are everything to me, and she has one that's like brown and has the pleated lampshade. It's gorgeous. So anyways, I'm excited. I think I'm also excited because, I'm sorry y'all, I know that is so distracting. I think I'm also excited because I have not been on I haven't been to the beach this summer. I have not laid out this summer. I'm like, who am I? Which is like, I guess that's actually a good thing, like for my skin, but that wasn't on purpose. I just haven't like been in that situation. And because I live here now, I don't have like the neighborhood pool like I had at my other house. So all that to say, Ev and I are also trying to do like a small long weekend at the beach in like September, and then I have a family vacation, like a lake week with my family in a couple weeks. So the summer vibes are still here. We're still in summer in color for 2 more weeks on Define. Like we're still having fun, but I won't lie to y'all, like autumn is my favorite because of the vibes and the clothes. I really don't have that many summer clothes. I have a lot of fall and winter, and I live in a place where I have all 4 seasons, so it's like, why do I have such a big range of autumn clothes? And it's like, oh yeah, it's because it's your favorite season to dress in. And to be honest, I have not always been this comfortable in my body and in shorts as I have been in the past few years. My whole thing with summer clothes too is I'm not like as confident in summer clothes for most of my life. So all that to say, I am very excited for just the transition. And I think part of it is too, I think more people won't be annoyed by this comment, is it's just been such a hot summer that it's not been as enjoyable. I feel like I go outside and I come back inside and I immediately like have to put those clothes in the laundry hamper and then go take a shower. Like, it's not as fun. So I do love the summer though. I love the sunshine. Each season has its moment. Just to have a deep thought, like, we need each season, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Like, we need each season for sure. But I was telling Ev, I've started to notice the sun's in a different place. Like, you can tell it's starting to head towards a different season, and I'm even feeling that in myself. I just feel like I'm in a new season of life of like, I want to start not dressing differently, but like taking care of myself differently and maybe dressing differently. And just, I'm 27, like, I want to carry myself that way and still have my childlike ways, but I don't know, I think I'm just excited to give myself a refresh. I want to start the vlog, say hey, let y'all know where I'm at. And I'm gonna do some podcast prep. Let me look at my calendar because y'all know I've planned out all my hours. We're gonna do some pod prep. Last week I was on my period, and so it was just a shorter episode. I was still proud of it, still put it out, but I just did not feel like myself because I was on my period. So y'all know how that goes. And I think with the podcast, it's also trying to figure out, like, I don't want it to be so serious. I want it to be fun. It is only me. So it's like, how do I give all those different sides? And it takes planning out and thinking through. So I'm going to try to do that better this week as we head into episode 4. So if you have not watched the podcast, go check it out. It's on Spotify and YouTube. The other thing I wanted to chat about was these windows. So I told Ev, I was like, our house is really starting to feel homey and cozy, and I love her. And I really need to do like a house tour soon and show y'all before and afters. This whole house used to be yellow, and everyone who comes in is so sweet. Who like knew Ev like for the 12 years he lived here and are just like, oh my gosh, this house is so different, and it means the world to me. And it's helpful, like, for Ev, it's like a new season for him too. It's like we didn't move houses. It's the same house, but we just made it feel different, right? But the next thing in the home improvement side of our lives are these windows. And I've been looking, I'm going to put some inspo on the screen. I am someone who likes to, before I do anything, before we put money in it, like, I want to research it. I want to know. I'm very decisive. Like, I want to know what I want. And I also will try to figure out, like, do we need to save for it? Or can I potentially, I don't always think, do we need to save for it first? I normally am like, how can I do this on a budget, like, and do it now? Like, that's more how my brain works. I'm a little bit more crafty and like, do I need to sew it so that I can get it done now? Instead of like, wait a year, which is, I guess, now that I own a home, I have to think like that more, because it's like, we, at some point, Lord willing, will get a new fridge, and because for so many different reasons, but it's like, that is something that for us, like, we need to save for, because there is a particular one we want and all that. So, and when we get that fridge, we also need to change out the floors, because the old fridge has like rusted the floor. So all the things of owning a home. Very grateful to own a home in this economic climate. This week, I'm hoping to figure out, like, do I want the, what are they called? Roman shade. And those are like the most expensive ones. But like in the kitchen, I want to do the cute, like, half curtain. But I want to make sure it's not mama. those are just some things that, whether it's in this vlog or the next one, I also want to look into. You know how like lip stains are such a trend right now and have been for a minute. Like I'm late but early. Like I used to wear lip stains years ago when I wore more makeup, but now it's like clean girl face with a lip. Like I'm obsessed with the trend. Love it. I found one that I had bought for my wedding and it was more of a pinky red. I have it on. And so anyways, if you're wondering why my lips are that color, that's what I have on. I saw someone using a brand that you like pull off, so I want to try that one. And that one's more of a natural like brown mauve color. So I am to the point in the I explained to Evan how my skincare works. It's like quarterly, like we do a quarterly buy. And so we're at that quarterly point. And so I was telling Ev, I am kind of open to trying some new stuff, and I want to try, I have more of that sensitive skin like I've talked about, but I want to try like some Korean skincare brands. sorrrrry, I guess is how you say it, have some really cool eye masks. So I'm going to grab that and then grab, I'll try to put pictures on the screen. I did a vitamin C by yall. And I really like that brand. As someone like, if it can work on my skin, it can probably work on most. The hydration ones from them are awesome. But one of my friends gave me a vitamin C one and I was nervous. But I have been wearing vitamin C for probably a year now. And so my skin's been trained to wear it. So I really liked that. And I used that with my gua sha this morning. So that's the kind of like 27-year-old shit I'm trying to do, guys. Like that is what I'm talking about when I'm like, I'm just trying to enter a new era. It's really just Molly from before retail. I just have time to do it all again. I have always been obsessed with face masks and beauty products and all the things. To prove that, my parents are cleaning out our childhood home were cleaning out our childhood home this past weekend, and my sister and I and my brother shared a bathroom. It's like a Jack and Jill kind of situation, and she sent us a picture of the closet and like the drawers, and she was like, can I just throw all this away? In the way that it was just beauty products, like all the things. I was obsessed. I had like the best local Walgreens. If anyone else knows that feeling, like it wasn't overshopped. They were the sweetest people who worked there. I didn't grow up like with an Ulta or a Target around. I had like a Walmart or a Walgreens. Anyways, I've always loved skincare and masks and all the things. So like I said, I'm just getting back into it. I'm just finding my roots. But the other thing I had in here was I have been using Youth to the People's, oh, what is it called? Their balm, their cleansing balm, which is awesome. But that's the first cleansing balm I have ever used. So I'm so curious to try a different brand and maybe even a Korean brand. So I am looking at getting the Beauty of Joseon Radiance Cleansing Balm. That whole brand seemed really nice and clean from what I could tell. I have been seeing people use the glazing milk from Rhode, and I've been looking up some of the ingredients and stuff like that. Like when I've used essences before, my skin, I'm an oily, like acne prone gal and I have to be careful with essences and things that can clog. So I found more of a light version Korean beauty brand, Tier Milk Skin Rice Toner in light. So I'm going to try that and I'll let y'all know what I think. I know glass skin is like a trend right now, which was like donut glaze skin and now it's glass skin. It's just, that's so cute. And so gonna try that one, and then I needed the other thing in my quarterly skincare. Me in my business meeting with Evan. So this is the breakdown of my quarterly needs. The last thing is I need more of like a nighttime moisturizer. I, in the day, use Youth to the People's, what is it called? Youth to the People, it's the white one. Love it. but I like a little bit of a thicker one at night. Pyongyang Calming Moisture Barrier Cream is what I think I'm gonna try. And then I'm gonna try the Ordinary's Multi-Peptide Lash and Brow Serum. Those are my thoughts on current skincare that I'm looking into. Glad we got to chit chat and catch up. So many things to chat about. Okay, now I'm gonna look into the podcast and I will catch up with y'all in a little bit. Hi guys, I have just popped out. I have a call at 12 that I wanted to take at a coffee shop. So that's what we're gonna do and just get out of the house for a minute. I have on a soaking wet sports bra because it matches the not soaking wet pants. That's fine, it's warm enough for that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go have a little coffee shop date with ourselves and then maybe do a little bit of work and go back home in an hour or so. So yeah. I also just thought of a really cute trend. Not a trendsetter. I will post this and it won't become a trend. But how cute would it be if we did like a video of you like in the car and it's like music, what you think I'm listening to, and then it's like what I'm actually listening to. I think that'd be really cute because it's like what people think your personality is versus like what it actually is. So anyways, that's a cute idea. Okay, let's go get coffee. I would like to make a point. Hi guys. Summer Friday's lip butter balm I think might be better than the Laneige ones, and here's why. And this is for me and my lips. The Laneige ones, I always end up with that little white ring right there, which like maybe that's just like malls exfoliate your lips. But these, and I'll still use the Laneige ones because I love the mask. I love the lip mask. I love the gummy bear and the vanilla flavors, scents. But I'm just curious if anyone else has the same experience. I had like forgotten about these because I went down the Laneige rabbit hole, and I'm like a Carmex girl for life. So I like was Carmex for 26 years of my life, and then turned 27 and was like, I need to try Summer Fridays and Laneige. And so I forgot about Summer Fridays when I went down the Laneige rabbit hole. And anyways, I found it yesterday in my lip gloss area, and I was like, how did I forget about these? So I think I'm coming back. I think I'm coming back. But hi, it's a different day. It's the next day. I ended up going down a completely different path yesterday with my day. I ended up creating, scheduling the rest of the posts for my personal page for the week on Instagram so that I could focus on kind of rethinking Define's vibe and my personal page's vibe and trajectory, and then also the YouTube. So I just ended up thinking about all of that yesterday. But today I have a full calendar. I've got to edit a video for Define that's going up today, and then I'm gonna prep one I'm gonna schedule to go up tomorrow, and then we'll podcast prep a little throughout the day. I'm going to talk about July favorites. I think that's also what I'm trying to figure out. Let me put the camera down, hold on. There we go. This is why we have tripods. I think the last Saturday of every month I want to do a like favorites podcast episode, and it's going to be like all different parts of life. I'm always telling my besties what I love and like wanting to know what they're loving. So the other thing I was gonna tell y'all is I have always been a magazine girl. I love Vogue, love Harper's Bazaar. I was like, did I say that wrong? I don't think I've ever said that magazine out loud. And then Architectural Digest. My mom used to always get those. The way, a lot of it is because it's art, and the way that these are set up are literally just like museums with reading and pictures. Like, they're just portable museums. And so anyways, I went on a hunt to try to find these this past Sunday. And let me tell y'all something. They have made it way too hard to find magazines, because when you go into your CVS or Walgreens or Target or Walmart, it's like People or OK or like tabloids, and it's like, no one's reading that. I ended up at, I think it was a Books A Million. I like Googled it. I was like, where the heck can I find these things? So I found this, and I've been doing my light reading as I've been putting on my story. And I just wanted to shout these out, because like the articles in here are, sometimes they're very just like frou-frou and fun, and then sometimes they're really deep. Like there's one in here about sound baths and how sound is healing, and like a couple people's stories. And like, I've always been such a proponent of music and sound, and how there's so much about it. Like, we don't even know how much it helps us. I am someone who, when I'm eating my breakfast and having my coffee, and like Ev's not in here, and I have already like had my quiet time, where I'm gonna do it later, like I don't want to just grab my phone. So this has kind of been my new fun thing. Oh, one of the articles in here, I was gonna do like a whole video or reel about like how I make myself feel better when I'm having like a down week. And one of those things is tanning. And there's an article in here that literally, I felt so seen. And it talks about how other people feel that exact same way. And it also talks about a couple like influencers that are like deciding to like not do their routine anymore. Anyways, we all have different experiences with it, but I just feel very sane, and I love that. So I'm gonna grab my coffee and my lip balm and go in here and start editing. I'm editing a video that I had forgotten I had taken while I was on my honeymoon in Italy. And it dawned on me last week. It was like, oh shoot, you need to edit that and put it out, since like Italian summer is a thing. So that's really exciting. And it's nice to kind of have a week off of not needing to create a makeup reel. So anyways, let's go get the day started. Hi guys, I'm testing. Ev and I are like playing with podcast stuff. If you've watched the first 3 episodes of the podcast, the lighting in the studio is crazy. Ev and I have been like trying to work with it, but anyways, that's what we're doing. I still have my like slight headache. It definitely feels like allergies, I will not lie. It's like so sinusy, so that's okay. But I just finished editing my hashtag Italian summer reel. Take me back. We ordered bottles of wine from the vineyard while we were there to ship to the house, and they got here probably about a week and a half ago. And it's just like when you're on your honeymoon, like you really are trying to soak it all up, and also like you just did a big wedding that you've been planning a long time for. So I feel like I'm now so removed from all of it that I'm like, Ev, let's go back. Anyways, I still think it could be a fun video to do on like some wedding stuff. Part of me is like, even if I don't even if I just record it like for myself, and I always think about like Lord willing, our children will grow up where they have these videos to look back on. So I'm like, even just recording how Evan and I felt on that day and keeping it for ourselves, and then like the kids have it, I think that could be really cool. But anyways, I still think it would be fun to do my makeup look for my wedding now that I have my kit with me and everything. And yeah. Hi guys, I'm sitting here playing with the podcast things. I'll show you all the goodies. I think I'm gonna record in here tomorrow to switch it up, and I'm doing a favorite things episode, as I think I already mentioned, so that'll be fun in the girly room. Cheers. Guys, I realized that I did not show you my new setup in the closet room. Let me flip the camera around and show you. I got a wild hair a week ago and just was like, this function is not working anymore. And I wanted like we had an extra dining chair that we weren't using at the moment. So I ended up bringing it in here with the stool, and now I have like my journals and my books there, have a little magazine I'm reading. So that's kind of my morning chair. When you come in, we also have like, when people go to the studio, they use our restroom in here. So like what they peer in and see is a little bit more tailored and just like clean. And because I video so much in here, it just made so much sense to clean it up a little bit. So this is what it looks like now. I'm obsessed. These two things are some of my like prized possessions. This is my mom's Pentax film camera from the 90s. And I actually have some black and white film in here, so I use it every now and again. And then these are some of my favorite magazines that I've had over the years. And then this photo, a store was closing down back in my hometown, and me, my Meemaw, and my mom were in there. We saw it, and they ended up, Meemaw ended up getting it for me for Christmas, I think, one year. It was so sweet. But the biggest thing about this is it looks like my dad in high school. So I wish I had a photo to show y'all, but just trust me. So this is my little like thinking of my parents' corner, and added my little plant here. She's thriving. She's been on the ground, so I think she likes being up higher. And then I still have, this is like not my favorite look, but it's just what we have at the moment, and it's fine. So over here we still have my piano desk situation that my dad and I made one summer before we moved to Nashville. And then yeah, that's been my setup. My mirror at the moment does not fit in the room, and it's really easily collapsible, so I've been putting it there. Mainly moved those things around, but it just feels so much nicer and cleaner, and I'm very happy with it. And all this has been organized and cleaned out. Very happy with the situation. I also wanted to chat about a new skin trend. I'm putting out a video for it on Friday, and I did a post on it on Define's Instagram, so you have to go check it out. I am so sorry if you can hear the air. I just realized that where my chair is, the air is blowing. But this new glass skin trend, I love it. I mean, it's like the glazing trend, isn't it? It's just hydrated skin. But I intentionally did a glass skin routine yesterday morning, and I wanted to chat through it on the vlog. Like I said, I did a post of the exact products I used over on Define's Instagram. I'll link it below. The good thing about this trend is, again, it's not anything, you probably have everything to like treat yourself, do a self-care moment and have glass skin, or if you need to get anything, it's probably not that expensive. I unintentionally, in the start of this video, I wanted to just do a self-care on my skin. I knew I was gonna tan after the night before I had done the Youth to the People's glycolic. Let's just go into the bathroom. Let's just go. So the night before, I used Youth to the People's, I keep saying this is glycolic. It's definitely not, but okay, yeah, I misspoke. Youth to the People's ginger root, lactic acid, vitamin C, papaya. Like, I use this as a exfoliant and brightening cleanser. I only use this maybe 2 to 3 times a week, but I did this the night before, and then the next morning, as you saw in the beginning of this video, I used the superfood cleanser from Youth to the People, and then after that I used Rael's vitamin C sheet mask and let that sit, and then after that I gua sha'd. And there's plenty of videos on YouTube. Maybe make sure you find someone who seems like they know what they're doing, because you're not supposed to press down where your face is red. My facialist, I actually was asking her about it, because long story short, I was getting a facial. This was back before my wedding, probably around Christmas time. And I told her I'd had like these bumps on my neck, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, I wonder if we need to do gua sha facial so that we can get the, I've lost the word for what it like, it drains all of those things. And I was like, you know what? That's exactly what I think too. Cause the night before I had went to the facial, I had researched it and that's what it said. And no joke, y'all, after one gua sha treatment by her, not by me, by her, my bumps on my neck went away. So I've been like a believer ever since. And she was like, girl, you literally can buy your own, do your thing. So I ended up getting one from Skin Gym. So, and I keep it in the shower because I use it in the morning, like with my cleanser. If I'm taking a shower in the morning, my skin is hydrated enough in there to use it, because you only lightly graze your skin, you don't dig in. So anyways, all that saying, I did that after the vitamin C mask, and in those packs, they have extra essence or serum in there, and I just squeeze it out and put more on my skin and gua sha. So that's what you see in the beginning of this video. And then after that, I put on Ilia's eye serum, and then my Youth to the People skin drip, and then my Youth to the People Air Whip moisturizer, and then sunscreen. And then I sprayed my face with U-Tan face mist. I literally had glass skin and I was so happy. Like, I felt like I was glowing. If you are wanting to treat yourself, have a little self-care morning or night or midday, that is kind of my routine that I found that gave me glass skin and just helped my skin to glow. And I know I was also talking in this video about Korean beauty and doing I needed new skincare, so I'm probably gonna do a little haul maybe in the vlog for next week and let y'all know how I am feeling about some of those products. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Love talking skincare. I'm here for it all. I also just find that I love putting on makeup, but I just don't wear it that much, and I want my skin to just like glow without any of it on there. So skincare is where I always start when I'm trying to figure out problems with my skin. So yeah, just wanted to chat through that. And I am starting to edit this vlog. I'm still trying to figure out like vlogging and getting clips around the house and like making it a vibe, because that's my favorite kind of vlogs to watch, are those home vlogs. And so yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to do that and create those. And thanks for going along the ride with me. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to sit and chat about in my little chair with my coffee. And I will talk to you all soon.